If I was having a romantic night with my girlfriend and laid down on the bed and she said, "Baby, I got a sexy video for us to watch together," and she pulled out Toy Story, I would call the police. And if you aren't reporting Belle for her multiple instances of sexualizing children, then you are part of the problem and likely a pedophile yourself. There is nothing sexual about all of this content Belle does where she creates Disney themed porn. Belle continually violates YouTube's terms of service, but YouTube does not seem to want to take her down. She is sexualizing content made for children, which is a clear violation of the child safety policy if you've ever read it. Depicting cartoon children in a sexual manner is also against the child safety policy, which is what Samiko Saba does every single stream. I report every instance of Belle violating the child safety policy, but somehow no action is taken against her despite clear violations. I've only ever gotten one video Belle Delphine posted, which was the sexy Toy Story video, taken down, and that was after I called sales and demanded they take it down. You know, it brings me to reference the fact that Google has made the news now for allowing Twitter's Grok to be sold on their app store, despite the fact that Grok is continually violating the child safety policy they have in place. Google is turning a blind eye to protecting children on their website and allowing multiple instances of people and products that sexualize children to continue to make them money. Now let's go into more why I don't think Belle Delphine is interesting. Belle Delphine has factually corroborated an attack which I have and can prove again because I said I didn't find her interesting. She was not punished in any way for the attempt she made to kill me or the fact that she sent me 11 malicious DMCAs harassing me. I find this outraging. I'm going to continue telling the world that Belle is an uninteresting pedophile until I'm killed because that is what got my opinion from Reddit taken down. I had to delete my Reddit from harassment from both Belle Delphine and her fans because I said something that I didn't find her interesting. So I'm going to keep telling the world I don't find Belle Delphine interesting because that is an opinion I am allowed to share factually. I can say that all I want. It is not defamation. It is my opinion. It is how I feel. And I feel like the more Belle Delphine does to try to silence me, the more correct I am. What I'm saying to you is the truth. If you support Belle Delphine, you are a pedophile. Belle Delphine should be serving a life sentence right now, but instead is traveling the world, and it makes me so angry. Belle Delphine ruined my life with 11 DMCAs and got away with it. I feel like a victim of the Epstein files. I've been threatened for speaking about this. I've been a victim to a smear campaign for speaking about this. I've been attacked. I've been ridiculed. I've been mocked, and she gets to travel around the world with people throwing millions of dollars at her. I believe pedophiles are in control of the world and mainstream media right now, and that is why Belle is living so luxuriously without punishment. She is a Nazi, and she censors people who disagree with her, just like Adolf Hitler did. What she did to my subreddit was a new age of burning a book. I blogged about my day and what it is I felt and opinions I had, and for years I was praised on Reddit for doing so, until Belle Delphine caught wind of it, disagreed with what I said, and I had to shut my entire subreddit down because it had become unsafe. I was getting death threats. I was attacked because Belle Delphine didn't like that I don't find her interesting. You know, these are crimes, literal crimes. Like it went from like she started out committing a felony against me, committed 11 felonies against me, then went on to try to have me murdered, and still she hasn't even seen a police visit. You know, there are stories online that Belle Delphine, before she was famous, was selling pictures of underage girls to people, and she's still not in prison. Belle has a history of abusing children and promoting child sexual assault content and has not been taken down or even arrested for doing so. I am a victim of a gender bias. If Belle Delphine was a man and I were a woman and she were doing this to me, it would be all over the news. Instead, fans of her defend her and threaten her and threaten me even more, while I I have to live in fear of going outside while she's traveling the world making millions of dollars. This is unfair. Belle Delphine needs to be taken down. And if you aren't reporting every single post Belle Delphine makes for child abuse, because a lot of it is, like her video sexualizing children, where she takes a video game or a movie that is marketed to children and makes it adult themed, like that's pedophilia. Pedophilia is defined as the sexual attraction to a child. And if you are attracted to children's cartoons, and someone sexualizing them and trying to make pornography themed about that, then you are a literal textbook definition pedophile. If you aren't reporting it, you are part of the problem.